Good morning, everybody. Hi, it's Jeff from Mad Stork 83. And this morning I wanted to get on and just test some equipment and everything, check microphones. And I was going to start out by talking about this untwisted tragedy. And that's why
I mean, you want to talk
I had
about
to,
maybe sweeping something under the rug.
I
That
had to get into character if I was going to talk about this lady, okay? So that's the reason why I'm I just, made myself up a little bit to look like her, as you can see. But boy, oh boy, this is tough. It's really hot. I don't know how she could put all that makeup on and everything, because I'll tell you that was hot wearing that. Woo! But so after thinking about it, I don't think I'm going to be talking about the old twisted tragedies or untwisted tragedies. I just, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't watch her long enough. I mean, I can hardly make it through JFK, Randall, and Mike Crawford. And this lady, I can't. I mean, I just can't. So can't watch her. Maybe one day I can stomach it, but I just can't. The common theme with all these people that hate, it's all about hating Turtle Boy. Everything is about hating Turtle Boy. That's why they can't give you an honest opinion, because everything they say, it's all about hating Turtle Boy. So whatever Turtle Boy is going to approve or talk about, they're going to go against it. And so I thought, all right, maybe I could get through the old untwisted tragedies, some of it, and I can't. So we just can't do that one. So then I thought, well, maybe I can get through this, the forensic room or whatever they call themselves. And no, I can't do that either. I just can't, because I've never seen more ignorant women in one room. I did, it's just it's horrible. Another show that talks about how wrong Turtle Boy is. So I can't talk about that. But I guess what we can talk about is that Turtle Boy is going to have Kelsey Fitzsimmons on later on tonight. So that'll be interesting. So I'm sure they're all going to hate that. And it's going to be, oh, see what he was there for. That's what he was there for. And all of that. So I don't know. It's crazy stuff is what it is. So, but anyway, I just wanted to get on here and talk about check out most of my equipment. And I figured, hey, late at night, there'll be nobody on. There'll be nobody checking this out. So I don't have to worry about that. So that's why I'm sitting here now. And Kelsey Fitzsimmons, not guilty. That was great. I read something where Tuesday from the forensic room said that she should be thanking Noonan for saving her life. How do these people live it? How do they actually live day to day? How do they live day to day when they dream up these things? I don't get it. I really don't get it. So, untwisted tragedy. She's sitting there saying that she's right more than anything. I mean, this girl is what? She's a lawyer. She's a gun expert, we found out through the trial of Kelsey Fitzsimmons. And then she's a stripper, but the stripping must have been a long time ago. It had to be a long, long time ago. So I guess she's like one of the smartest people on the internet. I guess she holds like all the degrees that she talks about because she's just an expert in everything. And you got the forensic room. I think that girl with the red hair, I think she's the expert. or she tries to be an expert. So I don't know. It's because of those people. It's because of Forensic Room, Untwisted Tragedies, JFK Show Off, Mike Crawford, LTL Media. Who else? There's a bunch of them out there. Yellow Cottage Tales. Kevin and I got into a little bit of a spat on YouTube chat there because he doesn't like what I said about him. But it's because of all them that I've actually, wanted to do this. But my channel is not going to be serious. It's just not going to be. We're going to, maybe we'll talk about some serious stuff, but it's basically going to be for a laugh. And that's the reason why I started out with my clown face, because it's to represent Untwisted Tragedies, of course, because the way she makes herself up. But it's also to represent everybody, because JFK's right. When he does that little drop where you're a clown, you're a clown, he's just talking about himself and Jay Brill and Kevy Kev and James Jackson. It's too bad. I really don't have anything against Kevy Kev, other than the fact that he's there and he's participating. But I really don't have anything against him. Jay Brill, he's just a follower. That's all he is. And JFK, he likes to be the king. I think the whole no king rallies, I think they should do that around JFK, because he thinks he's a king. So, like I said, I started this thing this morning just to check out some equipment that I have, because I do want to start going live. And I still want, I want to go and I want to check all that out and see if we can do. I mean, this takes me back to my radio days when you sit and talk to nobody. And that can be challenging sometimes. But we can do it. And we'll talk about some of the people that I watch a lot is like Broken Baker. I watch him a lot because I love the humor. I love the sarcasm. And I think he does a really good job of talking with himself and to the people. So, and hopefully, like I said, I'm going to keep this live. When I'm done, I'm just going to post it and let everybody take a look at it. And it's, like I said, it's just a little test this morning, just to see what everybody's talking about, what everybody was wanted to talk about, if anybody does come in here. But again, it's just basically to check everything out. The thing I don't understand is why these people that do shows like Kevin from Yellow Cottage Tales, like JFK, why they can't get good equipment, why they can't have a good microphone. It's very easy to just get a good microphone and get a couple of things to help you out so that you sound better. It's very easy, and it doesn't cost that much money. The people that I talk about have had a YouTube channel for a long time. They've been raking in some money, but they go out and buy other things, I think, with their money instead of improving their channels. So starting out this channel, I wanted to make sure that we had the right equipment to either do what I was doing, the recorded version or the live version. And I think we're at that point now that we have enough that we can, check it all out and see what we have, see what's going to work, and go from there. And once, when people listen to this, I want them to, it's going to be up to the people that watch this to kind of help get through the hour, if it's an hour, 90 minutes, whatever it might be. So that's where we're at. That's what I wanted to check out this morning. And I think everything is sounding okay the way it looks right now. And got to do better with the lighting. But hey, this lighting works out perfect because it kind of covers up instead of shows more like Untwisted Tragedies. So I kind of like the dark look. But we have other lighting. I mean, I got some other lighting that I can put up and all that kind of stuff. So, but so that's what I was going to do here for a few minutes and just get on. Like I said, it's 10 minutes now, just checking everything out and have some other microphones that I want to check out too. So we'll put this one away for right now. So we'll check out another microphone, and this is a little bit different microphone, but like I said, I'm going to check everything out. And this is just stuff that other people could be doing too. You know, just grab a couple of microphones, see which one sounds better for what you're going to do. And that's what I'm doing right now is just checking out microphones and see what that first microphone I was using. It was just a little boom mic. That's all it was. And this one's a little bit better, more of a YouTube channel kind of mic, and it's done by a Lawton mic, and it's a nice sounding mic. So that's something that I can use. So, and then I have what I've used a couple of times is the microphone that I use for when I talk about Randy. It's a great rap mic. So I like to use that one when I talk about Randy. So let's see what else he got here. I want to check out a couple other things that I have. I have like a little mixing board that kind of runs all my microphones. And so, yeah. So, like I said, I was going to talk about the forensic room, but I just couldn't. I couldn't listen long enough to figure out what their deal is. Because all of them, when you listen to all of them, it's crazy. When you listen to all of them, it's crazy how much they all talk about Turtle Boy. Like their show consists of Turtle Boy, how bad Turtle Boy is, Turtle Boy's lying, and like I said, they're going to have a field day later tonight when Turtle Boy has Kelsey Fitzsimmons on. And good for Turtle Boy. Congratulations to Turtle Boy getting that interview. That's great stuff. But these people are going to just go nuts because they won't be able to handle it at all. So I want to check out one more microphone here. And hopefully, I'm just going to check out my microphone for JFK because I think because I'm going to probably do a lot more JFK stuff because that guy is just he's a good thing to talk about because he likes to say that he cares, but then he tells people to bang their heads off sinks. So I don't know. I don't know how much the guy really cares. So, all right, let's check out this next microphone. This next microphone is going to be the JFK microphone, what I used when I talk about JFK. It's a good rap mic. So it's kind of like paying tribute to JFK as a rapper. Okay, we're going to probably have to wait on the JFK microphone. That's the only microphone I have that you have to warm up. Oop, can't have that. Can't have that old feedback from the old headphones. So that's what, so I got to wait on the JFK microphone. Don't know. Hopefully it'll be ready here soon. And we can go from there. But checking out the equipment, the microphones sound good. The microphones that I have do sound good, and they're definitely going to work for the YouTube presentation. And so, like I said, when I do start doing live, which will probably be this week coming up, it'll be mostly live stuff. And we'll pick a time because I don't want to go against anybody else that's live. I'm not going to do that. Unless it's like Untwisted Tragedies and Forensic Room. I'll go live when they're live. But the Broken Bakers, the Glares, I'm not going to go live when they're live. Doesn't pay to, because what they're going to talk about is the same probably thing that I'm going to talk about. So, like I said, just sitting here trying to figure out the equipment that I'm going to be using for live and going from there. So, right now it looks like everything's working. So, not going to bore anybody else anymore with this, but I appreciate anybody that's going to check this out later. Thank you. And like, subscribe if you're checking us out for the first time. Please do that. And like I said, hopefully this week, start doing some lives, maybe 1 or 2 this week as we get going in this. And it's going to be interesting. Like I said, it's going to take me back to my radio days when you sit in a little room with a microphone and just talk to yourself, basically. And you hope somebody's listening. And that's going to be the same thing here. So, again, thanks for anybody that's going to check this out. Share, subscribe, like. Very important if you do that. And have yourself a great Sunday. Let's get ready for the big interview tonight with Turtle Boy and Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Great work again by the Glare and Mazza Media, raising money, crazy money. I think Glare was over $22,000 on Saturday. He raised in a 12-hour session where he had a lot of good people come on and talk about what was going on and everything. So congratulations to the Glare. Mazza Media just continues to blow me away how good of a person he is. I mean, here's a guy that started out with Crawford, and I was kind of hard on him on Twitter because I didn't know where Mazza Media sat. But I'm glad that he did his own thing because he's definitely more talented than Mike Crawford. And he found his niche, and it's great that Mazza Media came out of that. And it's just, I mean, he's just a better person. So he didn't need to be with Crawford. But so anyway, congratulations to everybody that, you know, got behind the Glare and Mazza Media and donated money to Kelsey because she definitely is going to need money moving forward because she's got a lot of things that she needs to. She's got to get her son back. She has to get her son back. They gotta change that, and she's got to get her son back. So she needs the money. So anybody that watches this, if you haven't donated to Kelsey Fitzsimmons, donate. All right? Please donate because she needs it. So again, thank you for checking this out. Little 20-minute thing. And just doing a little bit of the old equipment check. Just making sure everything's going to work this week. And it looks like it's going to. So have a great Sunday. Go Brewers, my favorite team in Major League Baseball. 2-0 they are. Got some great pitching this year. That's going to be fun to talk about. That'll be definitely, I'll talk about the Brewers and Packers in my lives. So it's going to be, you know, some sports things because my other channel that I do with my best friend is called Over the Line. And we talk all sports. And what we do is we basically send that one to Facebook, but we have started to send it to YouTube. So it's called Over the Line, and it's with my best friend, Tracy Broussard. And that's all we talk about is Packers, Cowboys. Talk a little bit of college football with the Raging Cajuns because Tracy's originally from the Louisiana area and has moved to Nashville because he's a world-famous touring drummer for a little country singer. Not big, not a big country singer, but he's fairly known from Ada, Oklahoma. And Tracy's been drumming with him for, 23 years, 23 plus years. And so he's the touring drummer for this little known singer from Ada, Oklahoma. So all you got to do is just go Google country music and then say country music singer from Ada, Oklahoma. You'll figure it out. Small time singer. I mean, he's probably not as big as what JFK is. JFK show off Randall, probably a little bit up here. And then Tracy's boss, like a little country singer, is probably just a little bit below him. Okay. But the nice thing about Tracy's boss is that he's not underground. He's not an underground performer. He's had some hits on the radio, something JFK has not. And I don't know if anybody watched JFK's making of his album. Oh my. I have a lot to say about that. A lot. His raps, his rhyming. He actually did a couple of raps where he says, "Mic check to the God." He used those words, "mic check to the God." And he also used the word fraud in a rap. So he's listening to people that call him a fraud, like this guy. Yep. He's listening. So he had to use that word in one of his raps. This guy, I mean, the raps, wow. That's all I'll say. Because I'm going to be doing a little, I'll probably do it recorded. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll do it live about his making of his album. And what was it called? Wellness check. Well, we haven't heard anything from him since, so somebody needs to do a wellness check on JFK because I think the 100 people that watched it, or 105 people that watched the album making, I think probably was very discouraging for him. But no fear, I think JFK will be back tonight when Turtle Boy has Kelsey Fitzsimmons on. And I can't wait for their take. You know, J-Bro was there. Evidently, J-Bro could not get the interview. Interesting when you think of it. So that'll be a big show, I think, tonight when JFK comes back, because I believe he will be back tonight to talk about that. There'll be a lot of people talking about Turtle Boy getting that. And that'll be the reason why he allegedly showed up, was just to get the interview. And if it was, that's great. That's great journalism. Because you show up, you talk, you do stories, you talk about the Kelsey Fitzsimmons situation, and then if you're a good journalist, you're going to get the interview. And you should get the interview if you're bringing people knowledge to the situation, which Turtle Boy did. He might have been slow getting on it because of the lawyer situation. Kelsey had the same lawyer that Turtle Boy has. So he might have been a little bit slower getting to it. I don't know. But the people like Massa Media, The Glare, and there's others out there that have done fundraising for Kelsey Fitzsimmons. And all I'm saying to them is don't stop. Don't stop. Kelsey Fitzsimmons needs all the support right now. She's got to get her child back. That's number one right now. She got through the trial about her not guilty, which I think everybody with a brain knew it was going to be not guilty. But you got to go through it because you got to do the facts. And So, like I said, the ones that are talking about that, oh, they're disappointed and all this, the only reason why they're disappointed is because of what's happening tonight. Because now Turtle Boy gets the interview, and they're unhappy about that. And so, congratulations to Turtle Boy. He continues to thrive, even though they want to just continue to punch him. But it's not, he punches back, and he's winning. And that's the most important thing, is he's winning. And that's what people got to take away from this. So have a great Sunday, everybody. Again, the ones that check this out later, thank you. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe if you haven't done that. And this week, hopefully, like I said, we'll get into about maybe 2 lives. Try to do one maybe Monday, and then maybe later in the week. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the schedule and everything is. So, again, thank you. Have yourself a great day. And like I said before, go Brewers. If you're not a baseball fan, become a Brewer fan, all right? For me, become a Brewer fan. 2-0 they started out right now. And I suspect that they'll win tomorrow too, or later today, I should say. So have a great day, everybody, and thanks again for checking this out. And sorry I scared everybody when I started this with my Untwisted Tragedies look that I started this stream out with. I was just trying to look like her. That's all I was trying to do.